9:14. This could be interesting. Got a local comedian in the house on his way to Northern Kentucky. He won't have to go far because he lives in Cincinnati. Billy DeVore is here to talk about this next album he's recording. So you're doing this live.
Yeah.
And where?
We're doing it at Commonwealth Sanctuary. It's a newer club right across the river. They took a church and converted it into a comedy club.
Oh, no. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Do they have the pews in there still? Like, does it look like a church inside?
They don't have the pews, but they do have the stained glass behind you. So it does feel like I am.
Do you feel like you have to keep it clean?
Absolutely not. That's the beauty of it.
Oh, mercy.
Get to be filthy at the altar?
We could
Come
have
on.
lightning over the weekend, so be extra careful. You might be a target.
Yeah.
All right. So what kind of humor do you do?
It's all over the place. I just talk about life in itself, experiences that I go through, all the way to stuff I see on TV or walking down the street, turning on the news. It could happen at any moment, you know?
Okay. You went to Turpin High School.
I did.
Grew up in Newtown.
Yes, Turpin, Newtown, and then my wife and I, we have a house in Mount Auburn. So
Okay.
just get to roll down the hill, swim over the river, and tell some
Very
jokes.
good. That's a fun picture right there.
Yeah,
So-
that's Andrew Dent. She's a fantastic photographer and got some really good shots of
Very
me.
good.
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
shout out to her. So what is the subject matter of your humor? Like how would you characterize your comedic style?
Whimsical, yet somehow I will also challenge you, you know?
Oh.
Yes, so it's like you know, I'll come in and I'll be, you know, something very relatable that it's like, oh, I didn't know he was gonna go that way. Something along those lines.
Interesting.
Sure.
What do you do when you have, like, this probably never happens to you,
Okay.
but once in a while comedians get out there and like it's just not going over?
Sure.
You're having the bomb moment?
It happens more than you think.
Do you pick on people? Do you just like kind of go off the rails?
If it's going terrible, I'm not gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not gonna be like, well, this sucks. Hey, you look dumb. No, it's not happening.
Not good.
No.
Not good.
No, that's not good for business.
And Nate Bargatze, who's like really hot now
Love
as a
Nate.
comedian, he did a whole thing on how back in the day you couldn't say S-U-C-K-S, which you just said, or you were like headed for prison.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to. We Gen Xers, no.
Yeah.
Inappropriate. That's getting your mouth washed out right there.
That's true. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Carlin with the 7 dirty words before that. So.
Oh gosh. Well, let's not get started
Hey.
on Carlin. One of my first jobs was at the Grin Room Comedy Club in Baton Rouge.
Oh, really?
And so all the comedians would come through. Got kid by the name of Bob Saget had come in. And he had suspenders, and I said, Bob, oh, you must be the comedian. Can I have your autograph? I was joking.
Yeah.
And he was all excited. He had just gotten his first publicity photos. He ran out to the car and he signed a picture. Thank you for asking for my autograph.
Oh,
Is that the
what
sweetest?
a guy. I just heard he was so nice.
Yeah, it's such a cool
Unbelievably
guy.
nice.
And I kept that picture because I didn't have the heart to throw it out.
Of course.
So you are doing something about the Nasty Boys in your...
So I have a Reds podcast I've been doing for 6 years called The New Nasty Boys.
Right.
Me and fellow comedian Chris Weir. We talk about the Reds, but it's not just a baseball podcast where we read off a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
So we talk about like, well, how our week was and joke about like anything that's gone viral within baseball. Like one of my favorite moments from, well, I think it was last year, was somebody tackled Dinger, the Rockies mascot.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy, was that fun to cover.
Yeah,
I mean-
I bet so. So obviously infusing some humor.
Absolutely.
We just had information on the screen. Can we throw it back up again? Because I want to make sure people get to your recorded show.
Yeah.
So it'll be on Saturday.
Yes.
7 p.m. at Commonwealth Sanctuary. Tickets start at $15. Billy DeVore is the name. Billy DeVore and Friends is what we can expect.
Yes.
Hey, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for
coming.
having me. I appreciate it.
We need to keep you in for a whole morning to
Yeah.
involve you in.
Well, I don't know
coffee
if I'll
time.
get here as early as you, but.
All right, where are we going from here, Jordan? Weather. Weather's where we're going. I need Jordan.